R-E. And you have a business. And me, I'm in a people business. No side, bro. So like, you figure, man, I need some capital, right? To invest in real estate, I gotta have money, I gotta have capital. Yeah. So I say I'm gonna invest into a property in Rancho Cucamonga, California. The average home price is what, 400, 500K? Yeah. So $500,000. How much do I need down? No. 10%? What's it? I haven't bought a house yet. I'm not home on 15% down? What's 50% of $500,000? 75K. I need 75K for a down payment. Okay, cool. What's the mortgage on a $500,000 house? Ron, you're a homeowner. Yeah. What's the mortgage on a $500,000 home?
$500,000. I pay
ballpark
for about four or 5 grand.
$4,000 a month. I'm paying $4,000 a month for this house, but it's a rental property. I'm investing in real estate.
Right.
So what's my rent for that? 4,500.
Yeah, you always go up.
4,800.
Unless the market sucks.
So 4,800 for rent. Now I gotta pay a rental property management company. I gotta pay them some fees. That should say there's no fees. Keep the math simple. I'm making $500 a month, $800 a month. Passive income. So I gotta have capital for that.
75,000.
A lot of people don't have 75K in capital.
That's right.
But they're investing in the real estate. They love real estate. The real estate business is growing. It's all fun and dandy. I chose for the first part of my life, I'm 32 years old, to invest in people. I think that people will return a much better investment. So let's look at it for a second. So I'm in a people business. I'm building a financial services agency. I'm building offices across the country. I have an office in New York. I have an office in VA. I have an office in Maryland. I have 2 offices in California. I have an office in Boston. Massachusetts MA, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So each office has a broker in it that I recruited to this agency.
Correct.
This office, this guy was a vice principal at a high school. He was a VP at a high school. This lady here, she worked in arts, the arts, so music. This gentleman here, Navy 20 years. This gentleman here worked in, he's a young guy. When he first got started, he was kind of freelancing, but worked like in marketing, like brands for t-shirts and clothing. So what would you call that? I don't know, clothing, whatever. This guy right here worked in retail. Right? Mm-hmm. This guy right here, well, that's the same guy. He has 2. So cool. So these are offices we have, right? Each office pays me 15% revenue overrides for life. In the industry, the norm is that you want to be $1 million round table. You want to have your team do a production of $1 million a year in annual premium.
Right.
Let's just say my guys do half of that. They do $500,000. This is people putting away life insurance policies. It's a pretty noble industry. They're serving clients. We're serving an underserviced community: Latinos, African Americans, Filipinos, Polynesians, women, millennials, Gen Xers, people who don't get served, right? So it's a noble cause. We're helping clients put away money towards life insurance premiums to save for the future, to protect their family's assets. Pretty noble. Each office does $500,000. That's just highlight one office. Bill Corman. Shout out to Bill Corman, man, Annapolis, Maryland. Bill Corman is running an office for me in Annapolis, Maryland. His office will do $1 million in revenue this year. $1 million in revenue this year. I'm going to override that 15%. That's $150K in passive income. Off of one office, we got Edendale, Virginia. Amazon's moving to Arlington, Virginia, 15 minutes away from the office. They're going to bring 24,000 jobs that all pay over $100K per year. It's a huge market growing in the Virginia market. That team's going to grow also. Brooklyn, New York, enough said. Brooklyn's the 3rd largest city in the country. 3rd largest city in the country population. Right? Not New York City. They're number 1. 3rd largest is Brooklyn. Right? So 150K in passive income. How many rental properties? What's that divided by 12? Someone's doing math for me. I'm bad at math. What is it, like 11,000 a month?
I cannot tell you. It's not my subject.
It's about 10 and a half.
Yeah, so let's say 11K per month.
Yeah, 11,000.
How many rental properties do I need in Rancho Cucamonga, California to generate $11,000 a month in passive income?
You got to divide that 11,000 by 8.
What's that? Somebody's doing that for me. My hands are tied. Somebody help me out here. 11,000 divided by 800.
11,000 divided
By
by
800.
13.75 to 14.
I need 13 rental properties in Rancho Cucamonga, California to generate $11,000 a month in passive income. 13 rental properties equal one marketing director at PHP running a Million Point Base Shop.
So with that being said, though, what was your initial outlay for that business?
So my investment into this business was this: time and sweat equity.
Okay.
Time and sweat equity. But guess what? Here's a caveat. I genuinely love working with people and investing time into people. So if you don't like working with people, then you don't do that. Because I invest into Dre Howard.
Okay.
You can invest into a real estate property in Miami or whatever you want to do if you have the capital for it. I'd rather invest my money and time into Dre Howard because Dre Howard has the spirit of the human being. He has the spirit to overcome obstacles, challenges, to fight for his wife and his kids. And he's 30 years old. So imagine the next 30 years what he can build for his family. My job is to coach him, mentor him, pour into him, and I get a return because I'm serving him. So imagine if I go serve 25 Dre Howards across this country to open up offices to help serve an underserviced community of Latinos, African Americans, Polynesians, Asians, millennials, Gen Xers that know nothing about money and how it works. You telling me you're gonna pay me $11,000 a month in passive income to do that?
So, but Chris, wouldn't you have to convert your time that you spend to invest in that? Because it's still a conversion. So, how would you quantify that? Well, I know I need $75,000 for that piece of real estate.
Okay, so how many people do you know in 5 years? In 5 years, I got started at age 27. How many 27-year-olds have had the opportunity of revenue and income from their parents to go invest in the 13 rental properties between 27 and age 32? Most people I know, Ron, don't have the ability, income-wise, to invest into 13 rental properties, all valued at $500,000 each between ages 27 and 30. Now, some of you guys out there, mom and dad gave you a $1.8 million death benefit when they died, or uncle was rich, grandpa was rich. Where I'm from, Compton, California, nothing wrong with Compton, but an urban city. My mom has a college degree. My dad doesn't have a college degree. He worked at the post office. She was a daycare worker on the daycare. They didn't make a lot of money. So I didn't have like a head start in life. I had to go grind my 20s, get a job, and work. At age 27, I did not have the ability to build 13 rental properties in 5 years. But with PHP Agency, by building a platform and a company where I could be a business owner, I built that with one individual in 5 years. That's one example, Ron. I'm not mentioning Brandon Bowman, Joe Warren, Scott Cleaver, Suzanne Bloom, DeAndre Tate. That's one example. So like for me, man, people like to invest in the real estate. I agree with that, man. I want to have rental properties. I'm gonna buy apartment complexes. I'm gonna do all that stuff, man. It makes sense. I'm gonna diversify my portfolio. But I believe that when you invest in people, you yield a much bigger return. And to be quite honest, it feels better. Because Bill Corman works at the Naval Academy Hospital in Annapolis, Maryland. He's walking away from that job to have his own business, to have more time with his family. So it just feels better than owning a piece of property in the Etiwana Preserves in a gated community. Just because the world tells me that real estate is the best way to build a business and build passive income. So, to answer your question, Dre, this is why I believe in this over real estate.
Makes sense.
Do both. Some people only do this. Real estate, real estate, real estate, real estate. Okay, cool, man. What businesses are how are you monetizing human capital? Jeff Bezos is monetizing human capital. I live in San Bernardino County. There's a big old warehouse facility in San Bernardino called Ant3. And in that facility, they distribute Amazon products. And they work and make $12 an hour. And Jeff Bezos is somewhere on a yacht, relaxing, chilling. He's monetizing human beings. There's a difference, though. That guy at the Ontario hub for Amazon Prime can make $12 an hour. He can maximize by making overtime, making, what's that, $18 an hour. If he works his butt off and slaves and slaves and slaves, he'll make $18 an hour. Dre Howard